Do you want to talk about RPGs?
Yeah, let's talk about RPGs.
What's your favourite RPG?
Like, of all time or recently?
This is a very interesting subject, actually, because I really want to hear what your favourite RPG of all time ever is. Hang on, before you say that, before you answer, would you say that RPG, your favourite game of all time is an RPG?
My favourite game of all time is Majora's Mask. I'm not exactly sure if that counts as an RPG, though.
Okay, this is a very good point, because this is entirely my point. RPGs are so weird.
Are they?
Right? Yeah, they are. They're super weird.
Do you mean they're weird as in, like, there's a broad term of what an RPG is, or just, like, the idea of...
Wow, everything, including that. Including that, specifically.
Some people call Zelda an RPG.
Specifically that, yeah.
I'm not exactly sure if I would.
People... Okay, listen to me. Stop typing. Shut up. Right. I've always wanted to talk about this. Some people do call Zelda an RPG, and yeah, you've heard that.
Yeah.
But by that very same logic that Zelda is an RPG, every game in existence since the beginning of time is an RPG.
Yeah,
since you're taking on the role of a character.
It is a bit confusing.
It doesn't make any sense.
Normally when I think of an RPG, I more, like, define it as, like, there's numbers...
Oh my god. No, I know what you mean. I know
really
what you mean. This is my point.
There's like numbers, and there's a leveling system, and
exactly,
normally in most cases you can create the character or like customize them to some point.
An RPG has to have RPG elements, like in that whole customization thing.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. This is this is another problem of RPGs, right? By that logic, okay, games with like character customization are RPGs. It's like, so like, well, you know games where you can change the colour of what dress you're wearing or whatever, that's an RPG.
Well, I think like the term RPG comes from like the like nerdy ass games that people played with pen and paper and like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff.
I love how you mean RPG elements, like your attack is 10 and like your defense is 7, so I beat you.
The RPG came from there, so then when we were first making RPGs it was basically just that. And then it sort of developed into this weird mass of RPG we have now, where something like... should probably thought of an example before I led into that. I don't know, like, the recent Final Fantasy games are really action-orientated. Like, I don't know if you saw the Final Fantasy VII remake footage.
Yes, I did, actually. I saw that.
But it looks very different to what RPGs were, like, a while ago.
Do you think RPGs have a specific look?
Like an art style, or?
That's what I mean.
Well, no, there's so many, like, you have text-based RPGs, and you have non-text-based RPGs. Those are two different looks right there.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, you wouldn't define Zelda as an RPG.
I wouldn't, no.
The thing about RPGs as well, okay, this is going on to my third point about why RPGs are fucking weird.
Alright, you're getting to the third point territory.
Okay, so, sorry, I'm just reading my script.
Was this something you wanted to make, but you never found an opportunity to do so?
Yeah. Okay, so basically you define... Okay, we've pretty much established that you define role-playing...
I think I got it. You wanted to make a video about it, but you were afraid you'd be wrong. Or like someone would disagree with you.
Exactly. I want this opinion. Okay. So we've established that RPGs are games with RPG elements such as attack, and when you level, you can sort of distribute skill points or whatever.
I guess so, yes.
Because to properly like role play, you have to distribute those points in order to be like, okay, I am a strong man. Do you know what I mean?
I just confused myself with a definition in my head. I was like, okay, so if an RPG is a game with RPG elements, but then you have games that aren't RPGs, but they have RPG elements. But what?
That's what I mean. Okay, but yeah, a game with action elements would be an action game. So I guess a game with RPG elements would be an RPG. So we've pretty much just ruled that everyone that refers to The Legend of Zelda is, by definition, a fucking idiot. Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna look up The Legend of Zelda right now. Excuse the keyboard. Oh, Zelda.
It'll probably say action.
It says action adventure.
Yeah.
You read Wikipedia's mind.
Okay. All right. Okay. My third.
Such a
my
vague
third point.
term.
My third
action
point.
Adventure.
My third point is skill points are useless. Okay? Hear me out, right?
It depends, but...
No, hear me out, okay? You don't know what I mean.
Okay.
Okay, have you ever played Knights of the Old Republic?
Yes, I have it on the Xbox.
Okay, get another thing.
It's been a long time.
Give me another RPG with sort of that sort of thing. A single player RPG.
Mass Effect.
Okay, Mass Effect, for example, or let's just use Risen as an example.
Okay, I haven't played Risen in a long time.
Okay, basically on those games you have like attack, you have like charisma, you have dexterity, all that stuff. You have persuasion. Okay, so persuasion and charisma.
They sound pretty similar.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let's pretend they're not. This is just, you know what I mean, just any other stupid thing. Lock picking.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, to beat both Knights of the Old Republic and Risen, you need to fight.
Yeah.
Okay? You can't, if you choose to not level your attack or defense at all throughout the entire game, you're going to purposefully make the game harder for you to beat.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you?
There are some games where you can sort of get away with it, like
There are no games where if you primarily upgrade your charisma, you can't talk your way to the end of the game and beat it. I've looked it up, you can't.
In like Fallout 1 and 2, you get experience points based on if you do actions apart from killing. So like, if you lockpick something, you get XP. If you use first aid, you get XP.
Well, yeah, that's the same as Skyrim as well.
I suppose so, yeah.
That's what I mean. That's why I give Skyrim a free pass, because in Skyrim you can sort of just be like, I'm not going to do the main... Actually, no, to even beat the main story you need to fight.
Yeah, that is a good point, actually. I suppose it, like...
But this is why I wish Undertale was a real RPG. Because we need games where you can actually just, like, make... Say you want to make your character like just a smart ass, where they can just sort of like talk and be like, haha, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And then just go through the entire game.
I was actually going to bring up Undertale as an example, but...
But Undertale is not a real RPG.
Oh,
it's not.
It it's like, it's I don't know.
It's not.
I'd call it an RPG.
You can change your name. And you can put on a tutu and then have like some extra defense or whatever.
Yeah, but it's like a JRPG. Those are always a bit different. Like, it's more like it's like Earthbound or Final Fantasy.
No, Earthbound's more of a JRPG than Undertale.
It probably helps it's made in Japan. Or Undertale was made in like America or whatever.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Oh no, Undertale was a bit different. It's like, it's a lot of different things really.
Well, yeah, it's different. That's the point.
It's
different from an RPG.
Slap that on the Steam page. Undertale. It's different.
Okay, yeah. So basically, we've said that.
I did it again. I'm sorry.
We've said that RPGs are laid out in a way that requires you to fight through areas, leveling up, and ultimately fighting some kind of all-powerful evil boss that has enslaved the land or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and unless you can do that by talking to them, then it's absolutely pointless.
Well, in Undertale you can do that.
Well, yeah, but Undertale, we've said that's why I wish it was a real RPG.
I wish it was a bit more like... I really like Undertale, but I wish there was like more to it. Because like, even though it has 3 different endings, it's still pretty short. And I feel like a lot of emphasis is on more of like the characters and the story than the actual RPG-ness.
Yeah, because like with games like Knights of the Old Republic and that, you're sort of encouraged to upgrade your like charisma and that so that you can negotiate better prices with traders and that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you had better attack, you could kill more enemies and get the money that it costs that you would have had discounted because of your charisma.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
And
my fourth point...
Normally when I play stuff like Fallout, like I've been playing New Vegas and 3 recently, I tend to go with like quite high charisma builds and that, because I think mainly it's because I like seeing that you get different like conversation responses when you have higher charisma, and sometimes you can like talk your way out of scenarios, but not all the time.
That's not going to make it any easier to beat the game.
Funnily enough, talking to a scorpion that's trying to attack you doesn't help all that much.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sucks. But yeah,
Undertale though.
So it doesn't, unless there's like a sequence of guards all the way to like the end of the game that you can like talk to them. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, there needs, because the thing about RPGs
combat
is.
I'm terrible, aren't I? I keep on interrupting you.
Well, I want examples, so that's what I'm waiting for. I want examples of the game.
Well, I don't think. Would it be possible to make an RPG where you can completely negate combat?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Because by doing that, you'd have to get rid of like all animal enemies, because you can't really negotiate with them.
Exactly. But even then, there's going to be a final boss.
I think in some of the endings of Fallout 3 and New Vegas, you can talk to the last boss so that you don't have to fight them. I think.
Yeah, but like, the whole point is, why would you make it harder for yourself?
I don't know. Wouldn't it be a bit boring just to have an RPG where you do nothing but talk to people, though? Like, instead of a battle system, you just
Well, no, not really. If the
don't
dialogue's
shoot.
done well, like in Undertale.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
with
That's why I wish Undertale was a real RPG.
With Undertale, you still get into battles, though. But you just don't kill anyone.
Yeah, it's all right. You can get into battles,
Yeah.
but battles aren't combat.
I've confused myself now.
It isn't combat unless you attack.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically.
RPGs are
that.
weird. A bit like Zelda, but Zelda isn't an RPG.
And also, I love how party systems have become sort of normal in RPGs. Party systems are retarded, and every time I play,
here we go.
Every time I play an
wrong
RPG of a party system, I'm just like, I hate this, and I stop playing.
Oh god, why?
Because, okay, so you're managing your player. You're role playing as your player, and then suddenly you're role playing as like five other people, and you're also managing what clothes they wear, and you're also managing what guns they shoot. Just like. If you're meant to be role playing, you're meant to be like immersed in the world and that, which I know isn't like a valid argument in that, but I hate just sort of going, do you mind wearing this golden plated bra because it does more defense than the bra you're wearing? It sort of really takes me out of it. It's really annoying.
Oh.
I like playing as a character.
You like single player RPGs?
Well, even like Secret of Mana and Knights of the Old Republic have like party systems. Final Fantasy.
What about games? So like, I imagine the problem you have with party systems is that as soon as you get a party system, you normally have to control all of the characters. What about games where you don't like have direct control over the companions in your party?
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Okay.
what I'm trying to say. That's what I like. I like that.
But
like in
you still have to manage all their stuff. So like in Xenoblade and
yeah, because even in Knights, the Old Republic, the Star Wars MMO, you get a companion and they sort of like fight for themselves. You don't have to give them anything, but you can.
oh Christ, I haven't played the Old Republic in a long time.
Yeah, yeah. So
I quite like the Old Republic.
basically that. Yeah, I like it as well. It looks really nice. It has like a really strange art style.
I don't think it was as bad as everyone made it out to be.
No, it's pretty decent.
I think it's just because it couldn't really match up to World of Warcraft.
Well,
that's basically every MMO,
the problem
though.
The problem is it's trying. Every MMO is like a rip-off of World of Warcraft.
Yeah. That's why I've
Nice.
been getting into Terra about a year ago. No, not a year ago, like a while ago. Because it's a different type of MMO.
Ones with little girls wearing bikinis.
Yeah, one with probably like 30-year-old men playing as like little kawaii girls with foxtails and. But an MMO with an actual active fighting system where you move about and you attack like a normal game.
Yeah.
It was a bit different.
I
I liked
don't
it.
mind.
My connection was terrible.
Yeah, I've heard that. See, you would expect me to have problems with turn-based combat as well, with all the problems I have with RPGs, but I don't. I don't mind turn-based combat. Although, it's still fucking weird.
I think it's because the problem was if you had like a party-based system like Final Fantasy, I don't know, like 6. If you could control like Locke or whichever you had as your active member, you wouldn't be able to really do much effectively in battle if you're relying on the AI to do the rest.
Well, you mean so you can have strategies?
Yeah,
like buffs and that.
The way I see it, when you play like a party-based RPG like Final Fantasy, I'm more like you're sort of more taking the role of the entire party than like the main character, especially if the party is like as a whole is a main character. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm fine with them having attacks and all that. It's when I have to manage their clothing and sort of where they sleep and all that shit.
Yeah, micromanagement can get a bit tedious.
Yeah, I hate real-time strategy games as well that make you control one person.
Oh Christ!
Because with real-time strategy games, it's sort of like, imagine you're playing like Command and Conquer, and it's you sort of select your one person, your main character, and you're like, attack this guy. And then it's up to him where he takes cover in that. So if he gets shot, then there's no skill in what you can do.
I suppose a good thing about modern RPGs is there's often just a button you can click to optimize gear, and it just gives people in the party the best gear that you have on you, which makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, but you wouldn't need to do that if party systems were flushed out properly, would you? Yeah.
What do you propose would be better then?
Well,
how do you fix the RPG genre? Let's say Square Enix approaches you, and they want you to make Final Fantasy 16.
Yes.
I can't remember what number they're on now.
Basically, just since it's an RPG, role-playing games should be role-playing. So, like, say you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, you should have complete freedom over who your character is, his story, what he looks like, what class, and everything. And essentially, if you make your character a tank, and if there is going to be a party system, then it needs to optimize the people you meet along the way to be like your support or whatever. And you need to have like complete control over your own character. Like it needs to take away the customization for the other people, and it needs to just give it to you.
Okay. I think I get what you mean.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, that was a heated. Well, it wasn't heated. That was a filled topic. And I still didn't even answer the question you posed me at the beginning.
What question was it?
What's my favourite RPG of all time?
Oh yeah.
I never even answered it. Final Fantasy 7 probably.
That's probably a Pokemon game.
I don't know. I haven't actually. I like RPGs, but I've never actually properly finished one. I don't think. I don't know why. I just haven't ever finished one. Not to my remembrance. Apart from maybe Pokemon Blue.
Yeah. Pokemon's a very entry-level RPG.
Yeah, it was probably my first. Well, actually, no. Final Fantasy 7 was my first one, I think. I know, it's like
same.
Normally, when I play a game, it's like I have. I should have probably apologised for my voice at the very beginning. I have a cold right now.
No, you don't.
Okay, I don't have a cold apparently. It's like, do you ever have the thing when you get a game and you're playing it like for days consecutively, and then if there's a day where you don't play it, I like to call that the danger zone, where past that point I'm less likely to play it again.
Yeah.
But that might just be me being
That
terrible.
only happens with RPGs for me because I have to jump back into the story, and it's just.
It's because once you get away from an RPG and then you jump back into it, it's like, don't know what any of this is.
It's like, what the fuck's going on? Then you have to read the Bible again.
Why are you wearing that? What does this skill do?
Yeah.
What's that spell? Who are you? Where am I?
And you get to a point in the game and you realise you've been carrying like an overpowered chest plate in your inventory the whole time, and you haven't been wearing it. And you're just like stabbing yourself.
Oh, RPG. RPGs are... Oh no, I have finished an RPG. What am I on about? I finished Earthbound. Okay, forget what I said about Final Fantasy 7. Earthbound's my favourite RPG. I suddenly remembered Earthbound was a thing that existed.
The thing about the Final Fantasy remake thing, do you remember all the funny cutesy scenes?
In Final Fantasy 7?
Yeah.
I do not know how they're going to make that work in the remake.
Exactly, it's going to look either gay as fuck or awkward.
Like a Cloud in the wheelchair.
Yeah, exactly. Specific. As soon as I saw like the trailer, I instantly thought of that scene. Instantly, I was like, oh my god.
I want to know how they're going to handle the bit in the Golden Saucer of all the naked men around Cloud.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Good times.
It's like a... I don't know, maybe it's just because they haven't actually shown anything humorous in the trailers yet, it's hard to imagine. Maybe they just made it look really dark and gritty for that trailer to get everyone hyped up. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because like, even Final Fantasy VII, even if everyone looked like they had hands the size of boulders, it was still pretty, like, I don't know, kind of like serious at times, even if it had like hard at moments.
Yowie hands.
Yowie hands.
Yeah, so basically, I don't not like RPGs, I just hate them. I mean, I like RPG games, just the genre is fucking weird, and I think it can be amazing if they just sort of fucking fix it. I'm not helping myself.
I get what you mean, but I quite like RPGs. I think they have a good system going. Like I get what you mean, like, but
no, let's go back to that whole like fucking charisma thing then. It needs to be so open ended.
It needs a viable
for
option.
Charisma and all that stuff to even be worth it.
The problem is with something like charisma. Charisma's more like a secondary skill you want, not something you necessarily invest all your points in. And like with Fallout, when you pick your special, like strength, perception, endurance.
Yes.
Persona. What was it? Charisma. What? So like, I ruined that terror. I forgot how to spell special. That's pretty special of me, if I do say so myself.
Okay, nice. Okay, go on.
Like, you want charisma more of like a secondary skill, so like you don't want to put charisma over something like strength or perception, because charisma will be a lot less helpful to you in the long run.
Then why would you?
Exactly, so they need to like move charisma from like, you know how like in Fallout you have the skills, like the guns, but they do that anyway. Like, you have speech skill and barter skill, so I don't know what the charisma special does that actually do.
It's like...
Oh Christ, I've confused myself now.
I can't say I have a skill point to spend.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you're saying, oh, it's like a secondary thing. It's not important. You don't need it to actually get anywhere. So like, then why wouldn't I put in attack or defense?
Oh, I'll tell you what. Oblivion. You know how you had the primary skills, which you leveled up faster in, and then you had your lesser skills?
Yeah.
Something like that. Maybe.
Yeah. The thing with Skyrim and Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls series, they handle it the best possible way you can. In that, to actually level, you don't level up and then spend the skill point. You actually have to do what you want to level up to get like proficiency in it.
The only problem I have with Skyrim is that they got rid of the class system, so you can just do anything to level up. But
yeah, that's
I preferred having like a specific set of things I actually have to do. So
I like being penalised for my choices.
Yeah.
That's why I liked Obliv. Too bad it looks like shit.
Yeah. I love Oblivion.
Don't hit me.
I like Oblivion.
Oblivion's just really hardcore, and I'm a casual.
Morrowind was pretty good as well.
Morrowind is just like more hardcore than Oblivion, and I ain't even touching that.
Morrowind's very hard to get into, I found.
Morrowind is very hard, full stop.
Yeah, it is pretty much. No fast. There's no fast travel. The closest equivalent I got to that is I did a quest where I got a pair of boots which increased my running speed by 200%.
Ooh.
But when you equip them, you go blind. So you have to navigate via the mini-map.
That sounds like fun.
Sure.
Doesn't.
It's it's different.
So yeah, you got a nice clickbaity title for that one.
Yep.
Why RPGs don't work and are terrible. Stop making them.
Why RPGs are the worst thing ever by a synopsis by words by MasterJay.
That's actually. Should we do that?
What?
Please, let's have why RPGs are awful. and it'll be clickbaity as hell, and then we can have something like an Earthbound fucking thumbnail, and it'll just be so clickbait.
Oh my god, do you
We'll
really
get 1 million views.
do you really want to do that?
We'll get 1 million views.
Oh
I'm not even
my
joking.
God.
1 million.
Are you sure?
We're doing it.
Are you sh-
We're doing it.
Are you sh-
We're doing it.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Yeah, I'm in charge. Doing
Alright,
it.
okay, if you think that's a good idea,
Doing it.
if that's what you want to do.
1 million views.
Millions.
1 million views. That's what I'm going for.
Right, so that was that.
I
MasterJay.
set on that 1 million views.
MasterJay's words are now set in digital stone. RPGs are trash and deserve to be in the trash.